you!
Yes, you! If you like what you see, please hit the like, subscribe, share button, click the bell to all notifications on if you want to know every single time I upload. I play video games, I do funny videos, I am an absolute crazy ranting crazy person. Please share to Twitter, Facebook, Blogger, I still don't know what the crap Blogger is, and enjoy the video. We have our She-Hulk casting news, and if you think there's going to be an issue with Tatiana Maslany, you're absolutely correct! I know what you're thinking. Mecca, you're gonna say something bad? Oh, maybe? Just a little bit, maybe just a little bit. I know. Not a very popular opinion, but here's the thing. I'm not the first person to say something bad about this, and we'll get to my opinion in a second. First off, our issue with She-Hulk is that it is going to be an absolute train wreck of a shit storm, of a shit show. It is going to be feminism to the umpteenth degree. We are going to have so many quote-unquote feminists, you know, the kind who only feel the need to be feminist when it is to talk down to men, like that, because that's exactly what we're getting behind the scenes in She-Hulk. Oh yeah, we're also going to be getting Mary Sue writers, because we already have one issue right now, and I'm sure they're going to change their mind on this one, because this is the Mary Sue. They can't be consistent. Let's take a look at the first one. It's from a little while ago. It's from March. Please, let's cast an average-sized actress as She-Hulk. Well, what do we know about Tatiana Maslany? She's very petite. She is, and don't get me wrong, she is an absolutely amazing, incredible actress. I saw ORphan Black. I loved her on ORphan Black. I love her acting and her performance. There will be, we're getting to it. Please, let's cast an average-sized actress. So who wrote this one? Jessica Mason. So not Rachel Leishman. So to be fair, if we have differences of opinion from the Mary Sue with this one, they are different people, even though they usually don't act like it. What with their lack of diversity of opinion, sometimes they don't have a whole lot of that on the Mary Sue. I am tired. As a woman who's not a size 4, I always get excited when a new superheroine is announced, because there's always a part of me that hopes against hope that this time the woman they cast will look like someone who is not an unattainable Hollywood ideal, but closer to the average woman, and I am inevitably disappointed. Well, here we go again. Yeah, and this is when they announced that they were going for like an Alison Brie type. Yeah, so very petite, very, very cute, that sort of actress, and they got it. Not only did they get somebody who I think is a great deal better than Alison Brie as an actress, somebody who can go through a lot of different personalities, which is exactly what you needed, something like, and I know she's just going to be CGI on top of it anyway, but you're going to get different personalities, and I think Tatiana Maslany is the perfect choice for a role. We're going in with a lot of different personalities, because look at ORphan Black, for example. Now, with the behind-the-scenes stuff, we're going to refresh your memory on this, and I've done countless videos on Miss Dana Schwartz here. Dana Schwartz is a YA writer. She's a novelist.
Hi, I'm Dana Schwartz.
And she wrote for She-Hulk. Oh yeah, she did. She was in the She-Hulk writer's room. Don't know if she got axed before they got all the scripts laid out, or if they finished it, because there were rumors that she was going to try and get hired after the writer's room was done for She-Hulk over on the Lord of the Rings TV series. How fun will that be? Well, she has a history of not really particularly liking men. Not particularly liking white men, and being one of those people. She compares men to Oscar the Grouch as she continues her man-hating tirades. Oh, she's done quite a few here. And there's a history of some of her man-hating. Now, I don't want to be one of those people to cancel people based on their past, but this isn't that far in the past. This is in November. She's specifically taken issue with white men claiming they were gatekeepers of literature and important books. She's even called for the banning of books written by white men. And of course, she was generalizing sometimes. I do that too sometimes. So she had to come back on this a little bit, back down. Obviously, we shouldn't ban all the books by white dudes. I just think it shows how people are so furiously and desperately attached to the canon that they respond to such slightly hyperbolic point made in half jest with such vitriol. Come on now, high schoolers do not need to read Ernest Hemingway. The sun will not fall from the sky. If another generation of students don't fake their way through, the sun also rises. You know what? I think that's probably true. Some of the books that they make kids read, I would rather than reading some book that has no importance on anything. Not saying the sun also rises doesn't, but there's some books that they had us read, which I don't think benefited me at all. I would much rather known how to balance a checkbook, pay a mortgage, apply for a job, fill out a resume, those sort of skills. Do your taxes. Give me a course on doing my taxes and budgeting. Those sort of courses are a lot more important than some stuffy old book about Charles Dickens or something. I'm not saying you should ban them, but no, prioritize schooling a little bit better. I think that would be great. Our ideas of what the important books are wasn't built in by the vacuum. They were created back in a time when books by women and people of color were inherently thought of as lesser. The gatekeepers were white men who were biased in favor of their own perspective. So I guess you never read Louisa May Alcott's Little Women. Or you never read any of these other, because here's the thing. The old literature and the historical books, how many people even could read back then when you're talking about when a lot of these works were written? And this is what she's talking about here. We need to kill the Western canon. Shouldn't we learn from it and kind of make it more about learning what went on so we don't repeat it? I don't know. I would rather know what happened than be completely ignorant and in the dark. And, I still want everything available, but just kind of add a little bit more information. Like with a Columbus Day sort of thing. Say, here's why we've celebrated this for this long, and here's what we've learned since. And here's our new cultural understanding. We have a way to do these things without doing this, without doing that. So this is one of the huge problems with She-Hulk, and I've ranted about Dana Schwartz long enough. There's more news here. Like I said, the Mary Sue flipping here, so they're excited, but this is Rachel Leichman, so she might not have the same opinion as the other Mary Sue writer. Tatiana Maslany is easily one of the most talented actors out there. She's proved this by playing clones in ORphan Black, for which she won a well-deserved Best Lead Actress Emmy. Oh yeah, she was great in that. She was absolutely amazing in that. And here might be why all of the complaints earlier will probably be ignored. Here's probably why. Because now, here's my issue with this. She is one of the cliques of the politics ball of the, we're of this group speak, we're of this stuff. This is in her profile. She probably, does she have pronouns? Oh, she doesn't have pronouns. I'm sure the second somebody asks her to, she'll probably put pronouns in the bio. This might be an issue for me if we get too politics ball and we get too current events happy and we get too preachy and we get too much of the influence of this stuff with Dana Schwartz writing it, and we get the actors going out on the press junkets talking about these things. And here we go. She is Canadian, born in Regina, Saskatchewan. So why are you talking about American politics ball on your Twitter handle? And I get it, a lot of these actors do want to go into activism because then they have a bigger voice and they can draw more attention to the things that they feel passionately about. That's why I do YouTube, is to call out when you're bleeding into the entertainment, because sometimes entertainment's for everybody. Entertainment is for both sides of the coin. Usually, at least it should be. And then you can go to your specific comedians if you want Orange Man bad jokes, or you can go to your other comedians if you want. You might be a redneck if jokes. You can do specialized target audiences for things. But when you're talking about major comic book TV shows, right, from the MCU, from the billion-dollar franchises, it's such a big deal that, of course, Mark Ruffalo will probably even be on here. He's even congratulated her for joining the family, and there's no reason why he won't be on there. They're talking about this in March. There's no reason to think he won't be on the show as a kickoff, because you kind of need him if you're having a She-Hulk series that is based in the MCU with the Incredible Hulk. Of course you're gonna have him come in for a cameo. He'll at least come in and phone in a line, right? That'll probably happen. But what is the show going to be? It is going to be an absolute train wreck. It's going to be interviews about how fans are bad, probably. I haven't seen, now to be fair, I have not seen any sort of that thing here other than the politics stuff and what side she's on and who she's voting for, all of these things. Can she even vote? Is she an American citizen? She might be an American citizen. I don't know. I just find it odd if that is the case, that is the Canadian person coming in and talking about our politics, that's a little off-putting to me. I don't know if she is a citizen. It doesn't say here on her IMDb. Let's look at her full bio. Supporting roles, it doesn't say Canadian improv games, starred in television movies. She would have a work visa to stay here, clearly, but yeah. Are you even allowed to vote? That's what I want to know. Will she go super, white male fans are bad, sort of, based on what a lot of these political activists sort of do, because they all kind of recite the same garbage back. Same thing with Dana Schwartz going after white men. They tend to do this, and they kind of forget that even though your target of these tends to be more female-oriented with your more female superheroes like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel and She-Hulk, for example, all of these superheroes tend to be, you still want to not alienate your fan base who might tune in because She-Hulk is supposed to be this hot, amazing, like, this is the one that people wanted. This is the one a lot of the male viewers that I was seeing for the past couple of years saying, oh my god, they have a She-Hulk series? That's going to be awesome. This is the one I remember seeing books of. I remember seeing these at the comics and the Spinners back when I used to go through and read all the Archies. I know I'm that person. I was collecting Archie and EC back in the late 80s, early 90s. But the Spinners were there, and I would see those, and I would see the references, and I knew that She-Hulk was a character back then. This will be a disaster. It will be amazing. It is going to be terrible, and I'm going to love ripping on every minute. And you know, if it's good, I'll tell you. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Are we excited for this? The casting news is a good choice for acting ability, bad choice for politics ball. I am Becca Random 42, and I'll see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!